I know that the enemy has been trying. I know that he's been on his job. If there's somebody who has not taken a break during this pandemic, it is the enemy. And you have to know, you got to know. Listen, if you did not know, let me tell you on today so that you will be aware, that you will know that the devil has been on his job. The enemy has been on his job. Satan has been on his job, man. And his job is to kill, steal, and destroy, and to distract. If you did not know this now. I look in 1 Samuel chapter 17 and I see David here. There's a story here about David saying that he is facing Goliath. He's facing a giant. He's facing something that's bigger than him, that is threatening him and his whole family. I know that he takes bread to his brothers. I like that. He takes bread to his brothers because they're facing a battle that they're not prepared to fight. Not because they're too small, it's because they're too weak. I can't hear nobody. They are weak in projection. They are weak in sight. They are weak in strength because David holds the bread. Know that the fight that other people could not face, God has given you the grace that you carry things that would strengthen other people who would have been weak during the week. I got to tell you on today, I know it seems bigger than you, but know that God prepared you to come to it, and for it not to defeat you, but for you to be undefeated in it. Know that you carry the bread that's going to be the substance, the stable, the declaration of affirmation for somebody on today, to tell you, to deliver unto you, to portray to you, to testify that you were their catalyst for helping them get through. I know that you doubt you, but hear me now, believe me, let me tell you that somebody somewhere is thanking God for you, because where they doubted them and you doubted you, God believed in you for them, that you would carry the assignment, carry the anointing, carry the blessing, carry the you had to carry it, and you carry things that are light for you but are substance for somebody else. And last point on today is David stands in front of Goliath. I know he stands in front of a giant. I know he stands in front of something that's bigger than him, that's greater than him, that seems to be smarter than him. It seems to outbeat him and outweigh him. He stands in front of everything that is the future of him, but he is blocked by a giant that is stronger, that is bigger, that is greater, that is beyond what he could ever think, dream, or hope to imagine is the dream. But the dream is being hindered by something that is bigger than him, that is screaming at him, saying that it is weaker, that he is weaker than it, but calling David in comparison to be a dog. But he stands in front of everything that is the kingdom. I can't hear you. You know, David is called to be king. He is anointed to be king. He is anointed to be king to replace Saul. But he's standing in front of the kingdom. But what's blocking the kingdom from David is Goliath. I can't hear you today. The thing I need to tell you, the thing that God wants to deliver onto you today, is to know that you are standing in front of everything that is the potential of the greater of you to be. And I know that there is a giant, there is a situation, there is something that is between you and your kingdom today. Now, I know that when David comes in on scene, I find him here and he is talking to the giant. The crazy thing about it is he's talking to the giant, but the giant doesn't even know that David is here to fight him. Hear me now. When David comes into the camp, he talks to the army there and tells them, I've brought food. Here she is now. David comes into the camp and talks to the army and says, I've brought food. He's brought food to them, but know that they can't get it until David releases it from his hand. When he releases it from his hand, he looks at the giant standing in front of him, and then he tells it that he will defeat it. But he's only talking to his brothers about the giant. The thing is when you stand in front of people that you are familiar with, don't get familiar with family and lose your faith. You have to know that it's bigger than you, and some people connected to you won't be able to see it, but that don't mean that you have to start disbelieving it or doubting it, that you have to be resounded in the faith of it to say that even though I can't see it, I'm gonna faith it. Even though it don't seem right, I'm still gonna faith it. Even though it don't seem like it fits me, I'm gonna faith it. I may not be able to defeat it right now, but I'm gonna faith about it. You have to speak to everything that is the family connected to you, the friends who would be next to you, and the people who would be undetermined about you. You have to learn how to speak to it. Speak to it. David says, I am going to kill it. Everything that stands before me and my future, I'm going to kill it. Everything that is the way that God prepares for me, I'll have it. And anything that stands to oppose me, I'll kill it. I'll take down any roadblocks, I'll kill it. I'll bring down any doubt, I'll kill it. Anybody who stands up against me in this season, who would talk to the demise of me, talk about the doubt of me, talk about the death of me, know on today that you stand in front of something that's small, but I am big in my faith. I'm going to kill it. You have to speak to the debt, is that it won't overtake you. You speak to the bill, that it won't be the stress of you lead to the death of you, that the kids won't worry you, that the job won't stress you, that the promotion, whether it come or it go, know that it won't be the determining factor for you. Know that you have to begin to speak to everything that is between you and your destiny. Know that David looks at Goliath, and Goliath says to David, you look like a dog. And David says to Goliath, but I've been fighting lions, tigers, and bears. Catch this now. He says, I've been fighting lions, tigers, and bears. And so his brother standing behind him say to him that I know you have been in the field. You ain't nothing but a shepherd boy. This is too big for you. Know that you are outmatched. You are outnumbered. You are defeated already in our minds. And David says, but I've been fighting lions, tigers, and bears. Hear me. I know they don't believe you, but God has already ordained you beforehand that everything that you come to, he delivered you before, so that you'll know right here that you face bigger battles before this, that this won't kill you. I can't hear nobody today. That you've been fighting lions. I know folk been lying about it because you faced this before. You face folk talking down on you. You face folk lying on you, adding up the facts that are not even truths about you. You've been in this situation before. How are you gonna let somebody who don't even know you, who don't even know everything that you've been through, what you've come to, that the deposition about you is nothing but the false indictments to you, that you have faced giants bigger than this before. It is a lion that he faces, that he tells Goliath about. I've been facing lions. Hear me now. Since I've been facing lions, tigers, and bears. Tigers are something that is striped. It is a larger cat that has stripes on it, but is stronger than your average house pet. Can't hear nobody. He says, I've been facing battles at home that seemed like it was like me, but when I got close to it, it would scratch me because I knew that it didn't like me because of the stripes on it I didn't have on me. You have been connected to some people in this season who didn't like you because that the stuff God brought you through, it would have put stripes on them. It would have stripped them. It would have hurt them. It would have been the absolute demise of them. It stripped them, striped them, it beat them, it whipped them, it left prints on them, but did not affect you. You are You are walking out of this season bigger, better, stronger than what it is that stripped, striped, what whipped, what hurt them. It says, I've been fighting lions, tigers, and bears. This is the biggest thing I had to fight was a bear. Bears are big. They're really something you can't even reason with. And when it comes in, it's either looking for food or to kill. Ain't nobody. It's looking for something to eat on or something to prey on. Know in this season, you are moving from just eating and praying. I can't hear you today. God says he has more for your destiny, more for the assignment than you praying for everything that was your last season, everything that was your biggest problem last week, everything that was the seeming fall of you, the demise of you, the death of you, the undetermination of you, the doubt of you, where they said that you could not come through. He said, I'm missioning you to be more than just looking for a prayer and a meal, but you have to walk from God. I am standing in front of the giant that is speaking down to me, calling me the dog in comparison of it. I'm small, absolutely, but there is nothing too big about something that stands in front of a man of God, a woman of God, a child of God that would be bigger than them. Even though I am small in comparison. He says, I'm little, but I've been facing these fights before. Know that when you face me, you face more than just me. You face the God that's in me, the God around me, and the God who is behind me. He fights for me, faces battles for me. These things are things I don't even face anymore. So David says, he declares before he even starts marching towards the giant, before the giant starts running towards him, before he's even engaging in a battle, David says, I'm either praising him or thanking him. I'm either grateful to God or I am thankful to God. I can't hear you today. I am either moving from in front of the giant, speaking to it that I'll defeat it, or I am standing on top of it, thanking God that he helped me kill it, deliver it, be brought from it, that it did not kill me, did not take me out. I am either thanking him that he brought me out of it, or I am grateful to him because he brought me to it. I know that sounds complicated for some people who don't have faith in the room on today, but anybody who can believe God to still be God, anybody who can know that the God who formed me is the God who fixed me, that the God who placed me is the same God who delivers me, that the God who brought me is the same God who will take me, that the God who would help me is the same God who hopes in me, that the same God who would form, mission, create, the same God who will call thee and fulfilled, would also prepare, would also commend, would also declare, would also recommend, that the same God who would determine from me, it's the same God who spoke highly of me, because I am either praising him or I am thanking him. I am either thankful to him or I am grateful for him. I got to tell you on today, you have to move from a fighting stance in this season and put yourself in a faithful standpoint to know, God, I am either grateful or I'm thankful. I'm either thanking you or I'm praising you. All right, I done been out here in this parking lot long enough. I need to go in Walmart before they put me out of here. Listen, y'all be safe out there today. Know nothing that stands in front of you will ever be able to overcome you if you can open your mouth and form the words that the God in me has called me to be bigger than everything that stands in front of me, before me, around me, doubt, and behind me.